Hello all. In this video session we will be discussing about null pointer. Now null pointer is a pointer which points to nothing, and to make a pointer null we have to assign null to it. Okay. So this is an example of assigning a null to a pointer. So we have in the star p, which means p is a pointer to integer data or integer variable, and here we are assigning p the value null, and here we have to write null with all letters in uppercase. Okay, so if you write like int star p equal to null, which means that p will be having the value null, and we will make the pointer p as null pointer. Okay, so these are used in scenarios when we don't have any valid address to initialize p. We will initialize p with null value. Okay, so simply p will be having the value 0. We can also give 0 here, but it is more appropriate if we give null here. Okay, now we will see one program or one example to see the use of this null pointer. Okay, so now here we have initialized p with pointer p with null, and then we have initialized n with the value 5. Then we are writing the statement p equal to ampersand n, which means that we are assigning the address of n to p. Okay, most of the scenarios it will work, but consider a scenario that this statement won't be working. Okay, in those scenarios we can check p with null value if p is initially, or if p is initialized with null. We can compare p with null, and if it is null, then that means that this particular statement p equal to ampersand n failed. In that case we can just print that something went wrong, and if p is not equal to null, or p equal to null is false, which means that this statement has worked correctly, then we can print the value stored in the address which is actually stored in p. Okay, that's why it is given as star p. Star p means value at the address of p, and p is containing the address of n, so it will be printing the value stored in n, which is 5. Okay, so initializing with null value gives us the facility to check whether certain assignment operators or certain operations to take address has executed correctly or not. Okay, so if we don't give this null, this p will be having some garbage value, and there is no means to compare garbage value. So this gives us a way to check whether particular statement has executed correctly or not. Okay, so these are the main uses of null pointer. Okay, I'm just briefly going to say the points one more time. The first point is to initialize a pointer variable when that pointer variable isn't assigned any valid memory address yet. So null is a good option to initialize. Then we are not initializing a pointer with any valid memory address. Okay, so to check for a null pointer before accessing any pointer variable, like the example we discussed earlier. Okay, you will get a better understanding of this when you learn about file pointers. Okay, then third one is to pass a null pointer to a function parameter when we don't want to pass any valid memory address. Okay, so just remember these uses of null pointers, and also remember how you can make a pointer null, or how you can create null pointer, or how you can initialize a pointer as null. Thank you.